Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Friday night races, August the 28th at Hastings. We do have 7 races on the Friday night program. 2 stakes races.
Yes.
Not often we
Two
get the
good
stakes
stakes
races. We do have the two $50,000 CTHS sales stakes for 3 and 4 year olds that were come out of the sale or went through the sale as obviously as yearlings, but 3 and 4 year olds to kind of combine them, which is a new twist.
As we're leading up to the sale as well.
Yes, September 12th,
Yep.
The sale, and that is obviously the Thunderbird Show Park out here in Langley, and as usual, it's a great catalog.
Yeah, be sure. Well, it's open this year. It's a really interesting catalog.
Yeah.
A lot of very well-presented sires. And you can pick up a catalog, of course, of the racing office, CTHS office. Right here at the Derby. We got a bunch of the Derby here.
They're everywhere.
Feel free to stop
If
by.
you want a catalog, you can find one.
That's right. And online as well.
Yeah.
As Mike mentioned, 7 races on the Friday night card, the good old fun Friday nights. First race, the maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. I went to the 6, Astarte here. She looks obviously to be the one to beat here. Good second-minded allotment. Then most interesting, in the Hard Rock Casino against a filly, I think a lot of My Aunt Mo. Got beat 3 lengths, but she was clear of the third horse, Sonoma. Right. My Aunt Mo is, I think, the best 2-year-old filly on the grounds. Beautiful daughter of Aunt Mo. And that's why I've landed on Astarte. I put Here's Hannah out of the John Morrison barn. Works look good. Daughter Numini. Richard Hamill sides there. I like the last work in 47 out of the gate. Very good gate work. The fact that Richard Hamill was drawn there when he obviously had other options in here makes me think that Here's Hannah's live. And I put Convergent for James Redekop and Mike Anderson. Good to see James Redekop back in the game here in Vancouver. Absolutely great guy and a longtime supporter of Hastings here. He bought this one at the Barrett sale for $25,000. Granddaughter of Tappet. Of the Tappet Stallion Rattlesnake Bridge out of the Barrett sale for $25,000. So that one looks like it's got a little bit of gas too. Put her in third. 6, 1, and 4 for me.
Yeah, James bought 3 horses out of that Florida sale. It was a Florida sale. They all, Convergent was one of them, and it looks like he got a nice little purchase here in Convergent. I went to the one horse though. I went to Here's Hannah. I've seen this horse in the mornings, and unfortunately, Randy Golding and everyone in the world has picked Here's Hannah, which is probably not a good thing for Here's Hannah. But we pull for John Morrison.
Absolutely.
Owners, the BC Stables, and Paul Caravetta has jumped on board, which is interesting, who owns Dazzling Dawn. But Here's Hannah really has looked good in the mornings, and I think this horse is pretty alive. She does everything right. She's going to win. But first-time starters, you never know. They can, sometimes the deer in the headlights, when it's game time, they can brake slow when you get the rail. When you brake slow, you could be in behind traffic and makes for an uninteresting trip for a horse. So, but I do like Here's Hannah. She's done everything right in the mornings. I agree with the 6 Astarte for second. This horse, somebody had to run second. I know my Uncle Mo is like a really, nice filly, top filly on the grounds. But, Astarte did do some things wrong early in the race and ended up running on by and beating Sonoma. But, I just thought there were some interesting firsters in here.
Yep.
She's going to be 4 to 5 or 6 to 5.
Yeah, no, try and beat. For sure, you got to try.
She has no speed, so right away, she's beatable. You got 6, and because she is shortening back up to 6. I put the 7 horse Essie Rose in for third for Mike Anderson, the Todd Mountain Thoroughbreds. This one's a half to see at Eau Claire by Cause to Believe.
Yeah.
And this filly's done some good things in the mornings as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see her win it. I went 1, 6, and 7. I think those are your 3 horses. Convergent could be in the mix as well. Dory's Darling's worked well for Pat Jarvis. Even Fluctuate. It's a good little race. There's a lot of talented 2-year-old fillies trying to get, quite a few of them are trying to get eligible, or at least get in the gate for the Sadie Diamond Futurity in a couple of weeks' time. So it's a crucial race for a lot of these, especially the BC bred girls. But I went 1, 6, and 7 in race number 1. On the second race, got some $16,000 fillies and mares here, going a mile on the 16th, and it's not the toughest 16 in the world at all. And I like the 3 Susan Stay. I think she's a really good road horse. If you look at her last 2 races, she sprinted in her last one, which is not really what she wants to do. She can sprint under the right conditions, but she couldn't get the lead last time, and she's just not great when she doesn't get the lead. She got the lead routing 2 starts back, but that was against the boys, against Never a Doubt, who came back to run second to Modern
the stake,
in the BC, what was it, the Pacific Customs Brokers Classic on BC Day. But she's had some excuses in her last 2 starts. This is an all-time low, 16,000 for her. I just think she can get the lead. She's going to be really dangerous. And I don't see anyone chasing Susan's Day. I think Enrique Gonzalez puts her on the lead, and please catch me if you can. The 6 Tinderette is my next horse, and I think she's pretty alive in here. Still has to, get out of the gate a little better, but still her races since coming to Hastings have been very good. And I was between the 2 Winning Edge and the 4 Don't Tell My Husband. They weren't much apart in their first starts this year. Actually, Don't Tell My Husband beat her, but
that was her first start.
That was just Winning Edge's first start of the year. She came out to win really nicely next time out. I just worry that she may get caught up with Susan's Day, but I put the 4 in for third. But I like the 3 Susan's Day over the 6 Tinderette, 364.
Well, I hope you're right, Mike. I left Susan's Day off the ticket. I went with Winning Edge. I think Mike wants to run this filly long, and he ran her long her first start this year, which was middle of July.
Ask. That's a big ask.
So, you're jumping into the deep end of the ocean there. But then she comes back with a sprint. Her second start, makes no mistake, runs, and now she's back in going long. It's only her second start going long. You can forgive the first one. But I think Mike does want to run along, and I'm encouraged to see Hamill stick with her.
They did try and get her in sprinting. It wasn't Mike's plan, obviously, to run her off.
It was more just,
they tried. The races weren't filling, and then finally you get frustrated when you miss the run of the early races. Okay, let's run her long. Yeah, and that's what happened.
But so now I think she comes back in her second start going long, much more prepared for it. I got Winning Edge on top of Don't Tell My Husband. I know she got beat by 6 by Notice the Jewel, but Notice the Jewel came back to win the mare stake. Yeah, she's also, if you look, she's the only one in the field that's proven at the distance. Right?
Yeah, a lot of them haven't.
3 starts, 2 wins, and a second.
Like Belligero won by Broken Maiden.
Belligero won, but that was for 8.
Yeah, Maiden 8. Yeah,
Tinderette's never tried a mile and a 16th.
That was my problem with Tinderette, was the distance.
Yeah, so I went 2, 4, and I put Tinderette in for third. But yeah, definitely a race where you can go a lot of ways.
It's a good little race for.
There are a few this weekend that are kind of head scratchers. And
because they're not coming out of the same races. We don't have common races.
Exactly.
Make our handicapping a little easier.
Compare them to,
because they're coming from everywhere. You got 3-year-olds. You got
older
a lot of lot of moving parts in this race.
It's a mixed bag.
A little different.
I went 2, 4, 6 in the second. On to the third. The mare stake. I think we landed on the same one here. Actually, I shouldn't say mares. It's fillies, really. It's 3- and 4-year-old fillies. The sale stakes for $50,000. Going to mile 16th. Dazzling Dawn continues to dazzle. Her first route attempt this year beat Yukon Bell by a length and 3/4. Her second one. I was wondering, because you see these mares that sprint really well and they come back, and then they go long once, and you don't know if they'll do it again. She was even more impressive in her second start going long. Now the waters, she does run into an older mare for the first time in Princess Katie, as well as Theodore Claire and Free and Fast with Princess Katie, obviously the toughest of those. But the way she's been doing everything, I still have to side with her. She's got to prove me wrong. Of course, Richard Hamill making all the right moves this year at 52 wins, our leading jockey. Dazzling Dawn, a perfect 5 for 5 this year. I got her on top. The horse that could run her down and is going to give her a challenge in here is Princess Katie out of the Rob Gilker barn. A stakes winner last year at Emerald Downs. Pretty talented filly. She wants to go long. She runs well going long. Was disappointed with her in the distaff. If she'd won the distaff or even got beat ahead or something, I may have tried to put her over Dazzling Dawn, but I thought that was a disappointing effort. That's why she landed in my second spot. And I put Theodore Claire, a filly that doesn't want, I want to say that she doesn't want to route, but she's 5 for 6 lifetime in the money routing, so she's not too bad. She looked the third best for me, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, I've got the same 3 horses. I don't have a lot to add. Dazzling Dawn has done nothing wrong. She's had nice trips. I really think she's a quality filly. She's nice. Is she a Monashee? No, I don't think she is. Mm-hmm. Do I think she's like a Strawberry Morn or a Delta Colleen? No. But she's really good, and she's beating a very thin group of 3-year-old fillies, which maybe I'm not giving her enough credit, but she's running against older horses today, which is maybe why she might be a little vulnerable. Not vulnerable, but beatable, because she's going to run her 145. That's what she is, 145. And then she may, I don't even know if she would have beat Good Luck to You the other day. Good Luck to You ran such a good race in an allowance event. And it's
the one thing, and I agree, she's been spectacular. 5 for 5. And she's absolutely,
how can you fault her?
She's absolutely crushing her opponents. But as
she's had brilliant trips.
As Randy Goldie pointed out in the forum, the one thing that is worrisome is she's got 68 buyers back to back. Those should be 78s.
And I don't know what happened like 2 starts back, when she got a 68 Beyer when it was a 21 variant that day, like that was a really good race, and she only got a 68.
Well, that's
why
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
put a lot of total stock anyway in the Beyers.
In the Beyers. Well, I know, but when they are abnormally low, like
Yeah,
it
but
seems
that's
like,
abnormally low.
like it seems like it should be a 78, not a 68. And that's Randy Golding pointed out in the form that is a disconcerting thing. Randy, I think, puts more stock into Beyers than either of us do, but it's an angle you can look at. But still,
It's only 15 points more for Theodore Claire got last time going long when she was eased, which is like terrible. I mean, that's like
Exactly,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Sometimes the Beyers are you.
That's a head scratcher. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, Dazzling Dawn's been brilliant. She is your horse of the year. Like, give her the crown right now. You know,
Yeah.
she's like really been brilliant. You know, she is very nice. Princess Katie is the horse that will beat her if she things
falters,
go
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
You know, if Dazzling Dawn, and maybe Dazzling Dawn is beating up on average 3-year-old fillies. Maybe that's the case, but we'll find out. Maybe
Yeah.
Princess Katie gets beat 10 lengths by Dazzling Dawn. We'll
Yeah.
find out a little more on Friday night. But Theodore Claire I put in for third. I think the blinkers off's a good move by Greg Tracy. Got to get her to slow down early. She can't tear off and try and get a mile in 16. So blinkers off her, and I put her in for third. 2-4-5 in a race we talked far too much about in a 5-horse field.
In a race, it's going to be a 4 to 5 shot.
I know. It's going to be 2-4-5, and you guys knew that already. On to the fourth race, $35,000. Great. This is another good race.
Yeah.
$35,000 optional claimer, 9 winners to 2 lifetime. Or if you don't fit that condition, you can run for the 35 claiming price, 6.5 furlongs. I ended up on the 6, Rock Victor, a 3-year-old tacking older horses that he's going to get the lead in here. His race, obviously, you can throw it out last time. He reared at the break and was given no chance.
That was that, yeah.
Prior to that, his 3 races were very, very good. And
Yeah.
he's been a solid horse. Crackdown, who his main attribute, his main asset is being speed, and they've taken the speed. I don't know what's happened. He's not even showing speed going along. I mean, that's what he is. He's a speed horse.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah.
Use it and
Go to the
try
front,
and win.
see how far it takes you.
But he's, just last time he only had like half the field beat after the opening quarter mile. So I just don't think he's going to be part of the pace. I'm just a little worried. That's why I think Rock Victor is going to get an easy lead. Richard Hamill surfacing on Silvertown is a big plus.
Yes.
I got to put him in for second, but I can see him winning for fun. And I put the 7-horse Shooting Jacket, who's had a lot of chances, in for third. Dashing Dawn's another one I could have put in the mix. Captain Jones is up in class, or slightly, but did get a good trip last time. Fedosov's way up in class, and Crackdown I would love in another. I don't know. He's lost his speed.
Go.
Go.
Yeah,
Like go 21-4, 44-3, and get beat or win
Yeah,
or do
exactly.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not doing that.
Play your game.
Yeah. Use your assets, and his asset is his speed, and he's not using it. He's not going to run down horses. But anyway, I went 6-5. I got the outside 3. 6-5. 6.
I didn't take Rock Victor. I probably
I'm thinking
overlooked him
which
here.
is tough.
Yeah.
Well, I may be wrong, but Silvertown's the horse to beat.
I took Silvertown.
Silvertown is definitely the horse to beat.
Silvertown's been running great,
I just tried to
and
beat him with Rock
I
Victor.
do like the move, as you mentioned, to Richard Hamill, our leading rider. Him and Dino, what are they betting? 34% together.
Richard bats big percentages with most.
With most people, he's 29% himself. So there you go. But no, over the years, Dino's a really fair guy. He kind of spreads his barn out.
He stuck with Corinne really long, and Corinne went away to Woodbine.
Yeah, she's gone to Woodbine.
Woodbine to Gallop.
But he always does that. He always kind of got a horse in the barn for everybody. He's really cool that way. But when he puts Hamill on one, it's usually go time. I really like Silvertown in here. I put him over Shooting Jacket because there's so much gas in here. I mean, if Crackdown, as you mentioned, if he goes. But even without him, Fedosov is quick. Dashing Dawn is forwardly placed. Rock Victor goes. Silvertown is forwardly placed. It could set up well for Shooting Jacket. Obviously, last time he lost his rider in that spill when Sabado Alegre went down. But I think it's going to set up well for him, and he could be rolling late. So I got him in second. And Dashing Dawn threw a clunker last time. He doesn't normally, and I'm going to look for him to rebound for Glenn Todd. 5-7-1 for me in the fourth. On to the fifth, the boys' turn. 3- and 4-year-old boys going to mile 16th in the CTAHS Stale Stakes. A field of 7, I believe. Not one on the next page. Field of 7.
That's all we got.
Flip a coin. It Stands in Command or BC Charlie. They're the ones with the 2 best form right now. I'm sorry. Lord Vancouver. I'm looking at the wrong name. Yeah. Lord Vancouver or BC Charlie. Those are the 2 ones with the best form right now. Lord Vancouver had the best last race. And Phil Hall is our leading trainer. He's pressed all the right buttons. That's why I'm going to side with him. Even though that was an optional 35 and BC Charlie was in the Lieutenant Governor's, that optional 35 was the one that was won by Salvador Alegre that went very quick. It was stakes race time. Yeah. So I'm going to give the nod to Lord Vancouver over BC Charlie, but I will have both of them on all my pick 3, pick 4 tickets. Sea to Sky pick 6 tickets. We should have mentioned too. There's a $5,000 carryover.
$5,341 in the Sea to Sky pick 6,
which kicks off back in the second.
2.
So it's Lord Vancouver and BC Charlie. Flip a coin between them. I had to pick one of them, so I put Lord Vancouver over BC Charlie. And after that, you can make a case for a few. I went with Stands in Command. He hasn't run since last October. That is obviously hurts him.
Yes.
But he's got a nice work on this, 1 minute and 4/5 in a new barn. Christina Mann, young trainer's having a good year, and he fires fresh early. The last few years, he's fired very good coming off the bench. Do I think he's going to win it? No, but I think he can fill out the try or superfecta. That's why I put him in the 3rd spot. 7-3-6 for me.
I agree with the top 2. You can shoot holes in the top 2 as well. Lord Vancouver, where's he been? Why have you been off since July 1st?
Yeah.
And that's a concern, but he is the best horse in the race. BC Charlie is minimally behind him, but is he falling off form? I mean, that was an okay work.
He's come back
where's he been?
Yeah, he come back with a great work.
You got 2 horses that are off, and there's been places to run them, and they're not.
They haven't run
in,
all this 2 months.
That's a bit of a concern. So
7
when you're
weeks.
taking 8-5 on these horses, you must be, a little leery. Do I think the other 5 horses are better than these 2? No. But there are reasons why maybe these 2 horses might not run their A race. And that's like to point that out to people that are, when you're wagering on a race like this, don't just totally think it's going to be a 7-3. But when you got horses that have been off this long, it's a little bit of a concern.
Yeah.
And this race didn't come up tough, so they may run 1-2 anyway if they fire their B game. And, that might be good enough for both of them. I put Sanawar in for 3rd. He's routed well this year. I have trouble taking a horse off a year, Stands in Command. He's a quality horse, but it's a really difficult assignment to go first time out, going a mile on the 16th in such a long time. Obviously, he had an injury, and it's tough to work up to a mile 16th at Hastings. And
just on back class, I didn't want to leave him off.
No, he's got the class. He's good. He's a really good horse.
Cool horse.
And we always pull for Rob Scott. He's a cool guy.
He is a good guy.
But I did go Sanawar for 3rd. I went 7, 3, and 5 in the CTHS sales stake for the boys. On the 6th race.
3-pager.
Yes, we got some marathoners here. We got 10 of them signed on to go a mile and an 1/8. Not really a marathon, but it's. I went to the 2 What Goes Around. It might be a little short for him, but a mile and 3/8 suited him nicely last time. I got to take him to win it. He looked good. He got rid of his 4 sprints, which were a mile 16th, and he liked the long distance. But maybe this is too short, but we'll see. He's as good as anything in here. I like him to win it. Put the 7-horse Killarney Kid in for 2nd. He gets reunited with his winning pilot last year, Amadeo Perez, which I think he'll be a big plus. He did lose to What Goes Around last time, but he had the 10-hole going a mile and 3/8. He didn't get the best of trips at all. He's a better
What Goes Around
horse.
had the rail.
He drifted back What Goes Around, but Killarney Kid had a tough trip, and they're not that far apart in ability, and I think they're both pretty live in here. Who did I put in for 3rd? Citron Kid I put in for 3rd. I think he might be falling off form a little. His last 2 races, he's just been okay. He's that same dash that he had 3 starts ago hasn't been surfacing. That got him the victory, but we'll see how he goes. I went 2, 7, and 5. I left Talkett's Charm out. When you go to Seattle and you didn't win there, and Seattle's way easier than. We've seen a lot of Sylvia Gregory horses do well down there. Well, Seattle's a lot easier than Hastings.
Mark couldn't hit the board here. He couldn't even get close.
Yeah, he goes down there and wins for fun. But I left Talkett's Charm out, who can win. I just worried about the pace scenario. And that was about it. I really didn't like anyone else in here. The only one I regret leaving off maybe is the 1 Talkett's Charm.
Yeah. I have the same horses. I put them in different order. I went with Citron Kid. I got a gut feeling. That the race 2 back even against Rebus with Killarney Kid in there. Didn't have a great trip. I don't know. He is falling off form a bit, but I think he's got excuses. And I think he'll like the mile and 1/8 distance. He's a horse that was always much better at a mile and 16th. Maybe that little extra 1/8 is what he needs to get going back in the right direction for our good friend Praven Sorensen.
Yep.
So I put Citron Kid on top of What Goes Around, obviously coming off that last mile and 3/8 win, which was impressive. Very live, and I got Killarney Kid as my 3rd horse. You've covered all this. Same horses as you, just a different order. 5, 2, and 7 for me in the 6th. On to the 7th. Fillies and Mares, 4 non-2, going 6.5 furlongs. Field of 9.
9. Our good girl. Our good friends.
I went to the 5 total defense, the Glenn Todd move here from 16 down to 4. Did get comfortably beaten for 16, but those fillies are, I think, tougher than what she faces here today. Mixed signals in this race, but I did go to total defense. Glenn Todd's betting a very high percentage right now, and he's usually very good on the drop. But Halloween Queen, I like this girl. Always shows up, gives them an honest effort. Broke her maiden. It is tough to switch against winners in a 4 non-2, but I thought she was unlucky. You know, she could have won a few of those races earlier, and she's kind of, I think, battle-tested now for Rob Maben, so I put her in for 2nd. And I put Sakura, just got beat a neck last time behind Forrest Bliss, who was a dropper, and if she puts that effort again today for Enrique Gonzalez, she could be tough right back. 5-3-6 for me.
Yeah, I really didn't like anyone out of the Forrest Bliss race. There was 4 scratches that day.
Yeah.
They were all in the line. They're all in the lineup. Halloween Queen, Total Defense, Knock Knock, and Prettier Than You, all scratched out of that race last time. And
well, I put her in for 3rd.
I know. I'm just worried about some of the horses like Total Defense, Knock Knock, and Prettier Than You. Like, why were they scratched?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, tough. I stayed away from any of those horses. I went to the 2 That's It, who I thought ran a really good race last time. Next out winner, Such a Bargain. I just think this horse is pretty live in here. I agree with Halloween Queen, though. I think she's the best of the horses that scratched last time. She got a nice confidence boost with a win, you know, as the favorite. And I put the 4 Flaming Youth, who shortens up from 6.5 or mile 16 to 6.5 furlongs. This horse made a wide move. Didn't get the best of trips, made a wide move, and really hung the last 1/8 of a mile. But it just shows she doesn't want to go long, but she comes back to a sprint. And a lot of times horses that, you know, kind of hang going along come back and sprint well. So I put her in for 3rd. I went 2, 3, and 4 in the Friday night finale. That'll do it for our analysis of the Friday program. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, I went to the 1. Here's Hannah, 167. Race number 2, I went to the 3, Susan's Day. I'm going to go 3, 6, and 4. Race number 3, I went to the 2, Dazzling Dawn. Over the 4, Princess Katie. And the 5, See You at Eau Claire. 4th race, started late pick 4. I went to the 6, Rock Victor. 6, 5, and 7. Race number 5, I went to the 7, Lord Vancouver. Over the 3, BC Charlie. 7, 3, 5 for me in the CTHS Sales Stake Colts and Geldings division. In the 6th race, I went to the 2, What Goes Around. 2, 7, 5. And the 7th and final, number 2, That's It. 2, 3, 4.
On my picks, back in the 1st, I went to the favorite, Astarte, the 6, over the 1 and 4. In the 2nd, I went to the 2, Winning Edge, over the 4 and the 6. In the 3rd, of course, number 2, Dazzling Dawn, over the 4, Princess Katie. And the 5, See You at Eau Claire. In the 4th, I went to the 5, Silvertown, over the 7 and 1. In the 5th, I agree with Mike, almost all the way down. Number 7, Lord Vancouver, over the 3, BC Charlie. And I threw in number 6, Tough Old Boy, Stands in Command, for 3rd. In the 6th, I went to the 5, Citron Kid, over the 2, What Goes Round, and the 7, Killarney Kid. In the nightcap, I went to the 5, Total Defense, over the 3 and the 6.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicappers Corner. Reminder, our next live card will be next Monday, August the 31st. I think August the 28th.
28th.
28th. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, next Monday we have a 5 o'clock post. We do have 7 races on tap on the Monday program. Should be a lot of fun. Once again, if you can't make it out to the track on Friday night, you want to avoid the Peony crowd, you're out in the South Surrey area, get right here to the Derby Bar and Grill. Also, handicapping contest again on Saturday.
Travers, Mario's in Travers with IRAP, a bunch of good races.
Yeah, there's a great card at Saratoga as well as Del Mar also, but always great simulcasting action. So if you want to be in on the handicapping contest.
Starts at 12 noon sharp this week.
There you go.
11:59 is actually the first race.
But our next live card, Monday, August the 28th at beautiful Hastings. Once again, 5 o'clock post on the Monday program. Love to hear from the Derby Bar and Grill. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on Handicappers Corner.